Hello, my name is Kat Arndt, and today I will be talking about design, more specifically about how to create original designs. I decided I wanted to do this topic because I am a studio art minor with a graphic design major, and I have always been interested in art ever since I popped out of the womb. And I just want to know if there's ways that I can improve my artistic abilities and if there's ways that I can just be more original. So I do have three main questions that we will be going over. The first one, is there such thing as an original design? The second one being, how do artists get successful from taking inspiration off of others and our natural world? And the third one being, how are there some practices and methods to creating something that may seem more original? So the main question is there such thing as an original design? And the answer to that is going to be no. Through researching and checking out other artists' page, a lot of artists have come to the conclusion that it is just basically impossible to be 100% original. As humans, we are impacted by our day-to-day life with our environment and other artists to take inspiration off of. Brian Sherwin, an art critic and artist himself, even states that the only way to become 100% original is to live your life with no visual experiences whatsoever. In that case, you would have nothing to base any of your inspiration off of, meaning that whatever came to your mind would be original.
This is part of Jeff Koons' collection, which is called Gazing Ball, in which he took a bunch of famous artworks, tried to replicate it, and added a blue ball in the center of it. This was originally done by Vincent van Gogh, but Jeff was able to mimic his style almost to a T. This is not very original whatsoever, and I would even say it's kind of the opposite of being original. But overall, it's still impressive that he was able to nail his style so well. Vincent van Gogh was even known to take inspiration from others' artworks. This was called The Good Samaritan, and the one on the right was the original by Eugene Delacroix, and the one on the left was his rendition of it. Another example is going to be Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol has a series called Flowers, which is actually inspired off of Patricia Caulfield's and her photography series of Flowers. He stole the idea from her directly, basically copying the image, and this resulted in her suing him in 1966. Even in the non-visual art world, Michael Jackson even got his dance moves inspired off of James Brown and Fred Astaire.
So as you can see, even big name artists have a hard time creating their own original design and usually take inspiration, or in some cases, literally copy other artists.
Hey Kat, how can we as artists be more unique?
Well, Lucy, I'm glad you asked. Though there is no way to create something that is 100% original, there are some ways that you can create art that is unique. Sean Hodge, another artist, has a few steps that help artists create something a little bit more unique. The first step, he just wants you to ask yourself, what ideas are you trying to express? With asking yourself what exactly you are trying to express, that is a great way to get started. With that, you can begin sketching and coming up with other ideas. And Hodges explains that even with these sketches and ideas, you will come across accidents. And you should turn these accidents into happy accidents, as you can learn something from your mistakes. One person who comes to mind when thinking of a happy accidents is going to be, of course, Bob Ross, who is known for taking his accidents and creating something original and unique from it. Another way that artists can create something that will be a little bit more original is from taking inspiration from other artists, like said before. Instead of copying them, it's good to get a lot of different sources and make things through these eclectic sources. There is a fine line between copying and taking inspiration off of something, and it's very important not to cross that line, or else you may turn out like Andy Warhol in a lawsuit. It doesn't matter who you are or how good you are at art. Being original is something that everyone will struggle with. But hopefully through this, we can all learn that it's okay to take inspiration off of other artists and things in our natural world. Thank you for watching, and I hope I have inspired you to go out and make some